Hi guys, it's me Chloe and I'm back with another video. In today's video I'm going to be giving advice on dating. I've got 50 tips on with it for you here to use at what you will, to take with a grain of salt or not, which is actually one of the tips to, where is it? There, listen to advice with a grain of salt. That was number 27, so there, I'm saying that one straight away. So take what you will from it, listen, not listen, whatever, but like I say, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional, so take what you want. And I'm sorry about that side, but I've filmed this is the third time I've filmed this video, and I really can't be bothered to start over again, so excuse the background noise. Number 1, communicate your needs. Number 2, try not to get attached too quickly to people you barely know, with the exception of celebrities and online crushes, like famous people. Like, that's different. That's the exception. Like, when it's celebrities, you can get attached to them and love them, but you don't really know them. That's the only exception. 3, if they stop texting, don't make a big deal about it. It can be for multiple reasons. A genuine reason why they're busy or got work, or they just went out and they're not took the phone, or etc. Or sometimes it's just that they don't want to talk. And I know it sounds brutal, but just be prepared for that. Number 4, don't let them talk you into waiting for it to be with them if they're not ready. Like, if they're not ready, then most likely not going to be ready for a while, and it's not fair on you to wait on them. So that's that point. Number 5, don't stress out about labels. If they don't want a label and you do, it shouldn't really matter. It just shouldn't. But some people like labels and some people don't. As a person who does like identity labels, it would stress me out a bit, but I'll try not to do it, but it would. But try not to. 6, go on dates that excite you. 7, stop putting in the effort if they don't do the same. Like, it's just like, it's a two-way street sort of thing, and it should be fair and well communicated on both ends. 8, don't ignore the red flags, no matter how big or little they are. Don't try and ignore them, because if people warn you about something like that, it generally is mostly for a genuine reason and not just to be spiteful. Number 9, follow your intuition, your gut or your heart, as whichever one you want to choose to follow is mostly positive and right about whatever the feeling is. Number 10, share your location with a friend on a first date. It's just for your safety in case it end up being a creep and stuff and you feel uncomfortable and stuff. But if you go and obviously meet them in a public place, if you meet them, whether it's an online date or normal day or whatever, meeting them in a public place and sharing your location is key. And if you do go to a bar or pub, I think not all bars, but I know some use the Ask Angela campaign, where you'll go to like a member of staff at the bar or someone and just ask for Angela, and they'll be able to, like, I think sometimes we'll be able to escort you out to a taxi or book a taxi on your behalf to get you out of the situation, which I think is a great campaign. So if that is something around where the date is or around you, I would definitely use that. 11, ask for their social media so you can talk more on whatever social medias they do have and you have. 12, go on FaceTime if they do FaceTime, so you can see the face first, maybe before meeting them if you haven't done that. 13, don't go over to your date's house for a first date. Like, have a couple of dates first, get to know them, meet their friends, let them meet your friends before then maybe doing the house, seeing their house and your house thing. I've said the meet in public place one. So 15, treat it as an experience or process, like the whole dating thing. Treat it like that, sort of thing, because it is. 16 and 17, wear protection and be honest about any STD history or stuff, because wearing protection is just the common thing to do now to keep both of you safe from an STI or day, and from an unexpected pregnancy when you're not really ready. 18, don't be strong-armed into sexting or sending nudes. I mean, this is a big no for me. I would never do this. But some people do like this, and just like be cautious about it. That's all I'm saying. As everyone has their reasons against stuff, and I think with this, it's because some people may pressure you into doing stuff, and then they might just and then get what they want, and then may leak it and just be a bit mean about it and leak the photo or the texts, and it can cause a lot of harassment and bullying towards the person just for thinking they could trust that person when clearly they couldn't. So just be a bit wary about that. 19, block them if they make you feel uncomfortable in any way. Like, talk about it first to see if they'll, and then talk about it to them first. Say, I don't like this, and if they repeatedly do it again after being warned, just block them. 20, ask about past relationships. This could be a hard subject for, like, if they've been in an abusive relationship in any sort of way. This could be hard for them to talk about, so just have patience and be prepared to listen to whatever it could be. If it's just past relationships, just ending mutually with no abuse or with abuse, whatever, just listen to whatever may be said. 21 and 22, the possibility of marriage or kids, or if they've been married or if they've had kids before or not. This is it's controversial, so this could be difference of opinion, as some people may be like have to get married first before kids, some might be vice versa. Some people don't want to get married and don't think there's any point to it, and some people for kids may not be able to have kids, but may be down to fostering or adoption or surrogacy or whatever, or IVF or whatever. It's totally up to the relationship partners involved to talk about it and come to a solution. 23, religion. Obviously, any sort of religion can play into a relationship, especially when it because some religions, arranged marriages, well, they don't willingly get to choose who they might get married to, which they should. So they don't willingly get to do that. There's just certain religions are against certain stuff, like same-sex marriages, or are transphobic, or don't approve of this, don't approve of that, so that could be a problem. Number 24, don't let someone push you into anything. Key point, like, just no. Whether it's pushing you into sex, into hanging out, or doing something that you don't want to do at all, just don't let it happen. Stand your ground, say no. 25, practice. Practice makes perfect, as people say, and like linking back to the experience thing. Not all experiences are good. You practice from it, you'll get better experiences, and some will be bad. It's just life. 26, don't let your parents influence you. I mean, this may not be for everyone, but some parents might be quite involved in the relationship, and they may want to have their opinion, which could cause issues. But try not to let it really influence and get to you, sort of thing. 27, said that one. 28, share common values or interests. This is a good always conversation starter when getting to know someone on a first date or something. 29, don't play games. Nobody likes games. Not mind games. Board games, yeah, but no other types of games. 30, I've mentioned abuse. 31, don't date someone for validation. Looking for validation. Like, if you just want to be with someone just to have the validation of being in a relationship, that's not good. Or if that person just constantly wants validation, that's not really a relationship. They shouldn't need the constant validation. There should be, I can understand people are gonna have maybe trust issues and need reassurance, yeah. But there's a difference between like a limit, and just make sure that you know the difference and you don't get like walked up over certain stuff, really. 32, do they compliment who you are as a person? So not like, yes, physical compliments are great but who you are as a person, like on the inside, not on the out. Like, are you funny? Are you smart? Are you really kind? You really care? Or really like what you did there? Is that really, or just compliment about certain stuff that really are who they are and not what and they look like. More. 33, do they make you feel good? As that's a good sign. If they don't make you feel good, that's not a good sign. 34, do you learn from them? People say this is a good sign, like if you're constantly learning from them and learning more experiences and getting to know more and more each other each day, then the relationship can grow more and more when you're learning more and more from each other. 35, can they be your best friend as well as a relationship? Sometimes this can be the case and sometimes it can't. So just make sure they can be both, or if not, it may not be a good thing. 36, don't be afraid of making the first move. I think some people are still believe that in a normal heterosexual relationship that the boy should make the move and the boy should pay and stuff. When in reality, times have changed now. Anyone can make a move and anyone can choose to pay. And obviously it's a whole controversial thing. Well, if you're not in a heterosexual relationship, then you're in a homosexual relationship between two boys or two girls, or polyamorous relationship, who makes the move then? And obviously paying for the day, it's some people say boys should pay for it all. Me personally, if I take it in turns, I'll split it each time. Split it each time or take it in turns, so you know, I'll get it this time, I'll get it next time. That's the way I would say it's the best option, but it's each their own. 37, obviously depending on the type of relationship you're in, you may have sex. Not everyone, but you may have sex, and it may end up being obviously fantastic. I mean, not be fantastic. Obviously, not all relationships rely on sex, but obviously some people say that is a good bonus if it is good and you're having it often and it's meeting both of your needs and stuff. It's something that never will be a big thing for me because I'm asexual. I've done a video about this, but yeah, being asexual, that's definitely not going to be a big thing for me personally. Obviously, every person with asexual is different. Some people have sex, some people not repulsed by it. Some people are comfortable talking about it. Some people, if not, for me, no, not for me at all. But each of them. If they pressure you to like not wear condom or not wear protection when you're not comfortable to do that, that's not a good thing. Or if they just won't wear like a condom or any form of protection, that isn't a good sign. That is not a good sign. Especially if you're not ready for kids and they say they won't wear one, and you don't want to, and you're not currently on any form of protection, then that puts you at risk of an unexpected pregnancy or an STI, which none of you want. 39, respectful. Are they being respectful? A bit self-explanatory, really. Just be respectful. 40, don't cheat. Nobody likes cheaters. No one likes liars, fake people. Just don't do that. 41, give compliments freely, not to reciprocate. So give them compliments, but not just to give them, just to get them back. Just say them just for saying them sake. If you know. 42. Take accountability for your actions. So no matter if it goes well, if it doesn't go well, just take responsibility for it. Accept what did happen, really. 43. Be honest with yourself about your feelings and stuff. Number 44. Be open to new experiences, whether that be a new relationship or adding someone new to the relationship if it's polyamory. If suddenly one experiment in polyamory. As well, as long as everything's communicated and it's something that you both maybe agree with that you want to try, then I don't see the problem in experimenting that. 45. Don't shy away from online dating. Obviously, like I said before, just be wary about online dating, as people can lie about their ages, use a fake profile and stuff, and link into the other tips. Just be careful around about that. 46. Mentioned about paying for dates, what should happen and stuff. 47. Don't do expensive dinners on the first date, because then if it goes wrong and you've spent like a lot of money on the day, that's a lot of money gone just for like a first date. Like, yeah, you want the first date to be special, but it doesn't have to be expensive to be special. 48. Don't overtext. Some people may want an answer, but don't overtext it, because then it can make you come across as clingy and desperate. Just wait it out. Like, text, wait it out. They don't ask to text again. Don't like send loads of paragraphs on multiple texts. Like, play it cool. Number 49. Don't obsess over or after your first date. Lots of people say, like, if you're obsessing over a first date, try not to obviously overtext them and try not to think about it as much. Like, date a few people after maybe that to maybe not make you obsess after that. And then obviously the last one, dating a few people until you find the right one for you, who accepts you for all that you are and doesn't expect you or want you to change anything, because no one should change for anyone in a relationship. They can't accept you for whatever you choose to identify or be, then they're not the one. Simple. So yeah, that's it for this video on dating advice. Yeah, so that's all I've got to say, really. Sorry for rambling on a quite long video. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video, edit it, get it up, and do my next one about crushes. So stay tuned for that next week, and as always, stay calm. Peace.